Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video, we're going to go through dollar CAD as the Canadian dollar has remained pretty strong considering what we've seen out of the risk currencies this week, and the likes of the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar have fallen. However, CAD has gained a little bit of strength here and there, and actually quite like the opportunity to buy CAD. We talked about CAD yen earlier in the week, which are like for long ideas. We're starting to see that start to rally once again, and that could also lead to some other opportunities around. And I think dollar CAD could be one of those opportunities to watch out for, because if we look at this weekly time frame, the past 2 weeks have been fairly bearish, and we've come into an area of support. However, looking at it from an overview, we could see price push below this area and continue to the downside, especially as obviously we had some strong dollar bulls come into the market yesterday due to the FOMC meeting minutes. However, today we've seen that bullishness kind of fade a little bit in the markets, and that's allowed CAD to strengthen against the US dollar in the short term, and this looks likely to potentially push back down again. Not only does this weekly have these kind of two significant bearish closes and heading towards kind of a decent support area, if you actually go to the daily time frame on it, you can see that price has formed a new lower low. So we've rallied higher high, lower low in here. Price has come back into that structure, and we look like we're rejecting it here, which could suggest some further downside to come, and maybe even another retest of this 126.20 level. Well, how does that look on a 4 hour? Well, we can see here that price has started to make higher highs, higher low. However, we've had a really strong push back towards the lows just through there. Now, when price tends to do that, we can often see a reversal move. What we also saw was as well, price came up into this supply zone here and rejected quite significantly, showing us that sellers are quite active in and around that 128 level. So what I'm actually looking for here is price to form a lower high, and then we could look for a potential short idea down into that 126.20 area. So the way I'll look at that is, if I go to an hourly time frame, now that the 4 hour is making some bearish moves here, what I'm going to look to identify is an area where the market paused before seeing some significant moves. Now, this low here is quite significant because price then formed a nice bullish close before seeing a strong push through. So what I'm going to look to identify is this area here where we saw those buyers step in. We could see the reversal happen if price was to retest this area. So what I'm going to look for is, if price rallies up, forms bearish price action in here around about the 127.60 mark, and starts to see sellers come back in, we could look for some short ideas back down into key swing lows, as well as this 126.20 area. Hope you enjoyed the video update. If you did, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more of our Forex updates, and I'll speak to you in the next video.